Hi, my name is Sanjay. I'm a current senior at Oakland University studying accounting and economics in the School of Business Administration, and I also work for the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. Thanks for joining us today. I'm looking forward to showing you around. So this is North Foundation Hall, which houses a lot of offices centered around student success, one of which is the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. Our admissions advisors are always available to answer any questions you may have about the application and enrollment process, as well as what happens once you get on campus. Due to COVID-19, we are currently offering test optional admission for 2020 and 2021, which means we may not require your SAT or ACT scores to offer admission. However, not having the scores may impact your eligibility for scholarships, so please contact our office with any questions you may have about that. North Foundation is also home to Disability Support Services, which provides accommodations to students who may need extra time for taking a test or maybe having a note taker take notes for you if your hand needs a break or something like that. All you need is a doctor's note and an appointment with the office, and you'll be able to get any accommodation you might need. North Foundation also houses the Tutoring Center, which offers free tutoring to all current OU students enrolled in courses up to the 3000 level. Tutoring is also offered for select upper division courses above 3000. They also offer supplemental instruction, a free program that provides additional help and study sessions to students enrolled in traditionally difficult courses 2 to 3 times a week. These courses may include sciences, math, or music theory. Sessions are conducted by supplemental instruction leaders who have successfully completed that course and are trained by the Tutoring Center to teach that particular course. So if you're interested in working on campus, the Tutoring Center is always looking for tutors, student office assistants, as well as supplemental instruction leaders. North Foundation also houses Student Financial Services. They handle financial aid, scholarships, student employment, as well as many other financial issues. Their staff can also help with the free application for federal student aid, or the FAFSA, which makes students eligible for OU grants as well as other sorts of financial aid. Be aware the FAFSA opens on October 1st. The First Year Advising Center is a resource for first-year students or those who are still deciding on their major. You'll be assigned a first-year advisor to help you over the course of the year, and that advisor will also transfer you off to the school you decided to attend after your first year is over. So if you're a business student, you'll work with the First Year Advising Center over the course of your first year, and then they'll transfer you off to your School of Business academic advisor. You'll meet with them once in the fall semester and once in the winter semester, and they'll take interest in how your classes are going. They actually help you schedule your classes when you come in for your orientation. And they're always a step ahead of you when it comes to any questions you might have. They'll have a course plan set up. They'll ask you how things are going outside of class. They have interest in your non-academic pursuits as well. And then after your first year, or once you've decided on a major, you'll move to your advisor for that particular major. Career Services provides students with a number of resources and opportunities to help them navigate their future careers. They do mock interviews in there. They do mock phone interviews in there. Phone interviews are getting more common these days, so they want to make sure you know how to handle those properly. You can also get in to get resume advice, cover letter advice, and just general career search advice. They've got a platform called Handshake that they use to connect students to employment opportunities both on and off campus. And a lot of employers that are looking for OU graduates know to look on Handshake for any interest that you may have. So you can go on to Handshake and filter down the type of job that you're looking for. You can search by distance from campus. You can search even for on-campus employment in the field you're looking to get into, internships. Those are all available through Handshake, as well as through Career Services. Career Services also plays a key role in organizing the career fair that we have on campus each semester. So we do one fair in the fall, one fair in the winter, and a number of employers from the Detroit area come to campus to meet with our students. They look for your resumes, they look for your cover letters, and Career Services can help match you to a certain employer, either on or off campus, that you may be looking to get in touch with. The seal is located outside North Foundation, South Foundation, and the Oakland Center. It symbolizes Ulysses' ship and the pursuit of knowledge. Legend has it, if you step on the seal, you're cursed to fail all of your exams. So don't be surprised if you see people viewing around this part of campus on purpose. But don't worry, there's a special way to cure the curse that we're going to discuss later. So this is the Oakland Center, which is where students come to pass time before or after class, or between class. People come together for lunch in here, people come together to study in here, and people just spend their downtime in here. The Oakland Center was renovated back in 2018, and among the renovations include more food options, new ballroom areas for meetings and spaces for events, new areas for students to get together and study. The Pioneer Food Court is home to several different great food options, such as a Panda Express, the Wild Blue, which serves poke bowls, a Halal Shack, and Subway. The renovation also gave us Plum Market, which serves food from around the world, a different type of food every day. Attached to Plum Market is also Zimmerman's Cafe, which has coffee as well as frozen yogurt and snacks to go. The Habitat is a great place for events that are held on campus. It's a theater-style room, and a lot of what happens down there are game nights, movie nights, and sometimes even guest performers. The Bear Cave down in the basement is a great place to grab pizza or chicken tenders. It's also a great place to play pool and video games. There are a lot of different student organizations that are running downstairs in the basement. Among them are WXOU, our student-run radio station. So no matter what your major is, you can host your own radio station for students on campus to listen to. There's also Barnes & Noble OU downstairs in the basement. They are OU book supplier, so at the beginning of every semester, your professor will gather a list of textbooks they want you to use for their courses, and they'll send them straight to that Barnes & Noble. You can buy them from Barnes & Noble. You can also rent them. If you do rent it, you're free to mark the book up, highlight, circle, take notes in the margins, whatever you want to do, and you can just return it when you're done at the end of the semester. I found that to be a very affordable option for books that I don't want to purchase because I know I won't use them after that course is over. Barnes & Noble does actually also price match other booksellers, so if you can show them proof that you've got a better offer, they will price match that for you. Inside the Barnes & Noble, there are also a lot of different gift ideas, OU merchandise available, t-shirts, coffee mugs, notebooks, planners, things of that nature. Oakland University Student Congress also operates in the basement as the primary advocate for all our students. They've done a lot of things on campus for students. Any initiatives students want to see, they take charge of bringing those into action. So the fact that the library is 24/7 was actually brought into play by Student Congress. The Student Program Board is also operating in the basement, so a lot of the events that take place in the Habitat are put together by the Student Program Board. Like I said, they put on a Welcome Week Carnival, they do casino nights, they bring performers to campus. So all those things that are social, the things, ways to get engaged outside of the classroom, Student Program Board is responsible for bringing those to campus. Student Congress also gives you free Scantrons, up to 2 Scantrons per visit for your exams. So if you have professors say bring your own Scantrons for exams, you do not have to purchase them. You can just go downstairs to the Office of Student Congress and they will give those to you. So a lot going on in the Oakland Center, everything from food to student initiatives. It's a great place to spend time between classes. It's a great way to meet people just by hanging out in here. And if you're looking to get involved, the basement of the Oakland Center is a great place to start. This is Kresge Library, which is actually open 24 hours a day, and it's a great place to study. Between the hours of midnight and 7 a.m., it's only OU students that are allowed to be inside the library, so they do check your student ID between these hours for security reasons. The library has 4 floors. The main floor is the second floor, which consists of computers that you can use for your own use, as well as study rooms across the walls, which you can actually reserve for yourself or for you and a group of friends to study. I always say during finals week it gets really crowded in the library, so if you want to go online and block off a study room for you to use during a certain time, you can be guaranteed a space in the library, which I found to be really helpful for me, especially during finals week when it's busy. The third floor is our quiet study area, so it's completely silent up there. If you like to study with no distractions, no noise, that's your spot to go. I found I can be productive up there. The 4th floor is set up to be more of a group environment, so a lot of your business classes you'll find there are group projects involved, there are group papers involved, and the 4th floor of the library is a great way to bring tables and chairs together and sit down with a group of friends to knock out those projects. There's also a service desk where you can check out books, laptops, or actually even bones to study the skeletal system if that's involved in your plan of study. There's also an interlibrary loan program, so if OU doesn't have a book that you're looking for through this program, they'll get it for you and you can use it. You'll also find that some of your professors will put their textbooks on hold in the library, so if you've chosen not to purchase the book for whatever reason, you can pop into the library If your book is on hold, you can ask for it and you can use it for a couple of hours if you need it, and then you'll give it back. All the computers in the library are loaded with the types of software you might need for your classes. So if your own computer doesn't have something, you're welcome to stop into the library to get work done with the software that you don't have. Printing is offered through our WeBa printing stations in the library and throughout campus. You can either upload your materials directly to the printing service or have it on a flash drive. I found that to be really useful. Each student gets $5 worth of printing for each semester. We also have a tech help desk located in the library to help you with any technology issues you may face, whether that be getting locked out of your student account or any other computer issues you might have, even with your own computer. You can stop by and ask for help with that. The cafeteria in the library serves snacks and coffee, and Starbucks drinks are available in there for purchase. It's open until midnight on the weekdays, so it's a great place to get some coffee during a late night study session. The library also houses our writing center. So when you come in, you'll take Composition 1 and Composition 2, and those courses in particular often ask that you do research and writing projects. Maybe you have research papers that require formatting and citations to be done a certain way. You may find you just want to have a second set of eyes look over your grammar just to make sure everything's looking the best it can. And the employees of the Writing Center are happy to do that for you. They have staff that work there that specialize in making sure your citations are done correctly, making sure your grammar is proper, making sure everything's looking efficient and clean on your paper. It is not unheard of for professors to throw out extra credit if you can prove that you've attended the Writing Center. And all it can do is improve your grades. I found that to be really helpful when I took Composition 2 my freshman year. You're welcome to stop by there just to get extra help on anything you might need. The library, for me at least, has been a great place to be productive. I found that I can really lose track in here of time, and I found that I do a lot of my best work in the library. So there are a lot of resources available for you in here. Make sure you make use of them. So this is Elliott Hall, which is home to our School of Business Administration. And since all of you are future business students, I want to take a few minutes to unpack a couple of things about the business program here at OU. I'll share with you some of my experiences about the business school here. Usually what happens when you come in as a freshman is you spend your freshman and sophomore year taking courses, university general education courses, as well as core and pre-core courses here in the School of Business. So our pre-core program is built to expose you to different areas involved in the business degree. You'll take financial accounting, you'll take cost accounting, micro and macroeconomics, HR management, marketing, and supply chain management and finance. After you've had those in your first 2 years, you will be prepared to make a decision regarding what major you want to take on. So for me, my major wound up being accounting, and I'm doing a minor in economics, like I said at the beginning. And everybody in the School of Business is there to help you figure out which path you want to take, because there are a lot of options, and it can be a tough decision to make. I found for me that by the time I took all these pre-core classes, I was educated enough in everything and well equipped to make my choice. Your professors will have their offices upstairs here in Elliott Hall, and they all have office hours, but pretty much every professor I've ever had has said, look, the door's open, stop in if you want to talk about anything, for clarification on classwork, career guidance, or even just personal things. Everybody here is here to help you. The School of Business also has the Achieve program, which is a sequence of 3 0-credit-hour courses designed to teach you sides of business that you don't really see in the classroom. So there's a networking etiquette section, there's a personal money management section, and then the third one is actually an Achieve section dedicated specifically to your major. So in that section, they teach you job search tips specific to what you've chosen to do. I haven't taken my accounting major one yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they tell me about navigating the job search within my specific discipline. We also have our School of Business Advising office around the corner here in Elliott Hall. Like I said, when we were in North Foundation, your first year advisors will transfer you off to advisors in your school that you've decided to choose to go to. So everybody here in the School of Business has an assigned academic advisor, and that advisor works with you from your sophomore year until whenever it is that you graduate. So every semester I try to meet with them, and they write up course plans for the future. They write up industry tips that I just think are helpful to know for accounting or whatever your major might be. They really know all the ins and outs of what's going on in the industry, and they know how to shape you as a college student and a future college graduate into the best shaped graduate you can be to enter the job market. We also have advisory boards for every different department here in the business school. There's an accounting and finance advisory board, there's an economics board, a marketing and management board, and an information technology board. And these boards consist of mostly OU graduates who are now working in the industry of their choosing. And they meet every now and then. They meet once a semester to help advise our faculty and advisors on how to shape the business curriculum to be the best it can be to tailor you as a graduate. They're coming in to tell us exactly what each industry wants and how we can best fit in as a graduate. And I think I've been to a couple of these board meetings, and I've really had a good experience with getting to network with the people that are out there now, because they're all OU graduates and they're all in positions where they could be of help to me for when I graduate. I've gotten to learn a lot about how their OU business degree has shaped them to be a productive member of whatever industry they've chosen to be in, and the networking opportunity there is huge. They're invested in you, they're giving money to you in the form of scholarships through the business school. So once you're an upperclassman, a lot of these advisory boards offer scholarships you can apply for in addition to whatever you've gotten from the financial aid office. So there are great opportunities to get involved here with that. We also have peer-to-peer tutoring for business school courses in addition to what you saw in North Foundation. So we have peer tutors here in the School of Business that will tutor you in some of the routinely tougher business classes. I popped in for some statistics tutoring, finance tutoring. They do also have economics tutoring and accounting tutoring. Courses in the business school that students have had a traditionally tougher time with can get help from other peers. So that's also another good networking opportunity. There are also many, many different student organizations here in the business school that I found to be really interesting, and they're cut up into so many different interests across business majors. One that really piqued my interest was called Ideas to Business, or I2B, and we're basically a group of student consultants. So it's undergraduate students and graduate students, and each semester we are put into groups and we're paired with a local startup company in the Detroit area that needs some type of help. So unfortunately my project this past semester was cut short due to COVID-19, but the semester before that I was assigned to an interior signage company, and they had a problem with their budget constraint. So they wanted to have more presence online on social media to generate sales leads, and they weren't sure how to pull the money and how to allocate their finances to do that. So me and my team sat down over the course of the winter 2019 semester, and we created a plan for them to expand their presence online. And we basically just helped them allocate their budget so they were okay to do that. We were under the guidance of one professional from within their company, one representative from Oakland County, as well as one of our professors from the School of Business. So we met 3 times over the course of the semester, and our third meeting was our presentation of deliverables. So we sat down with the company and we said, here's what we've got for you. Here's some ways you can solve the problem you're having. And at the end, they actually hired a consultant to implement our ideas, and we all got scholarships for it. So that's the experience that I've had. There are many, many other organizations out there that do similar things. And as a business student, I think the one thing you can do in addition to being successful in the classroom is find those opportunities to get out there and get involved on campus in activities to grow your network and expand your experience. Because when you go on interviews and when you go on the job search process, these employers are going to want to know what you did differently outside of everyone else in class to be different. And we really do provide you with those opportunities to do that. And if you know where to look, there are a ton of great opportunities. So please do try to get involved here in the business school. You're never alone. There's always somebody with you. There are advisors, there are professors, there are peers. We all have your back when you get here, and we're excited to expose you to all the wonderful opportunities that we've had here in the School of Business. OU recognizes that wellness inside the classroom requires wellness outside the classroom, and for that reason we have our Recreation Center. It holds our Olympic-sized swimming pool, a track, a basketball court, studios for group exercise classes, weight rooms, a cycling room, and much more. It's completely free to all OU students currently enrolled in a class, as well as staff and faculty here on campus. It also houses many of our club and intramural sports. Our Recreation Center holds an Olympic-sized swimming pool, which is free for students to use so long as it's not being used for swim team activity. The facility also contains a hot tub underneath. Group exercise classes are available for everyone, which includes everything from yoga and Zumba to kickboxing and cycling. The workout room has over 100 pieces of equipment for students to use, and all the machines were actually just recently replaced for the rec's 20th anniversary. A 3-court basketball court is available with 3 full-size courts, so 3 games of basketball can be going on at once. Above the courts is a 4-lane walking and running track, which is 1/10 of a mile. The Priority Health Fitness Court is a great way to get some exercise and sunshine at the same time, which is outside right next to the main doors. It's located directly outside of the rec center and is filled with a variety of great workout equipment. The rec center also does provide a couple of different student employment opportunities, so you can be working at the front desk checking people in and out with their ID when they come and go. You can be responsible for some of the equipment maintenance, and we also do have wellness ambassadors that work for the rec center. So this is Hamlin Hall, our largest freshman residence hall, accommodating approximately 650 first-year students. Like all of our other residential complexes, Hamlin contains a resident services desk, which provides students with things like free toilet paper, moving bins, and vacuums they can check out for their rooms. Rooms in Hamlin are suite style, so they hold 4, 5, or 6 students to a room. The typical suite has 2 bedrooms with 2 students per room. Students also do have their own bathroom and closet space. Each student is also assigned to a residential assistant or an RA. The RA is a housing employee who also plans programs to promote floor get-togethers and ensure students are following housing policies. Students also have an assigned academic peer mentor or an APM, and that person is a certified tutor who's available to help students with academics, and they host tutor nights in the building. So if you're struggling with a particular course and it's late at night, you don't want to walk back to campus, you'll have an academic peer mentor most likely on your floor who will be able to help you out with whatever it is you're struggling with. So this is Oakview Hall, built back in 2014. It's home to all of our OU Honors College students. There are a total of 500 freshmen and upperclassmen students that live here in Oakview Hall. The lobby is actually open to all students 24/7 to gather and study, eat, get together and hang out and relax. Tilly's Cafe is located here in the lobby, which is actually open until midnight. They are selling frozen foods, coffee, and snacks, things you can grab and eat in your room, take with you to class, or eat in the lobby if you want to. The rooms here at Oakview do actually include 2 people for a freshman, and if you're an upperclassman, it's 1 person per bedroom with a shared living space between 2 students. Like I said, all students that live in Oakview are in the Honors College, so I just want to stop for a minute and talk a little bit about the Honors College. It's a program which enrolls academically strong students who strive for the highest distinction. They offer unique scholarship opportunities, collaboration opportunities with other students. There are a lot of other perks to being involved with the Honors College, one of which is Honors College students receive first priority registration for all classes for the coming academic year. So at Oakland, we open up our registration in March for the coming summer semester as well as the coming fall and winter. And if you're looking to take classes, you can get first priority registration at all of those, which therefore increases the chances that you get your top choice class times, class sections with your top choice professors. And only after Honors College students have registered does it open for the rest of the university community. So there's potential with that for you to get the best schedule, the optimal schedule that you want. You also do a senior research project underneath a professor, so there's a lot of opportunities to get involved in your field while you're still in college, as well as network with your professors and other Honors College students through that project. And instead of taking university gen ed courses, you actually take Honors College courses in their place. So these class sizes are smaller, they consist of only Honors College students, and you're exploring topics that you find are probably more interesting to you. So that's another great opportunity for Honors College students. As far as admission to Honors College, if you have a 3.7 GPA out of high school, as well as a 1200 SAT and a 25 ACT, you are actually automatically given a spot in the Honors College. And if you have a 3.3 GPA in high school, accompanied by 1,000 on the SAT and a 19 on the ACT, you're still encouraged to apply. So there's really nothing to lose by submitting that application. They want to read it and they want you to do well. So definitely consider that if you're in either one of those groups. There are a lot of benefits to being involved in the Honors College, and I would encourage you to apply if you fall into one of those groups. One thing you can see from everywhere around campus is the Elliott Clock Tower, which is a donation by the Elliott family. It has 49 bells that were imported from the Netherlands, and it rings every 15 minutes. You can climb the clock tower upon your graduation for a donation of your graduation year. So, for example, the class of 2021 would donate $20.21 to climb the clock tower. Well, thank you again for joining me today. And on behalf of all of us here at Undergraduate Admissions, as well as the School of Business Administration, we wish you all the best in your college search process, and we hope to see you here soon.
Hi, we hope you enjoyed your virtual tour. If you have any further questions, feel free to email us at visit@oakland.edu, or you can call our main office at 248-370-3360. If you'd like to view any of our other virtual tours, you can find those here. Once again, we hope you enjoyed your virtual tour, and we hope to see you on campus soon. Thank you, and go Golden Grizzlies!